Hi there, this is a question from the 2017 Exam 2 exam, and it is question 2, B and C in the Matrices module. So this question, we've been given a transition diagram, so showing the percentage changes of students choosing activities of performance, sport and technology. The transition diagram below shows the way in which the junior students are expected to change their choices of electives for the next term. So this part, we're going to look at B and C. Part A is a pretty simple question, so I haven't included this in. So the matrix J lists the number of students who will be participating in an activity in term 1. So we've got those who are doing performance is 300, those who are doing sport is 240, and those doing technology is 210. So before you can complete any of these questions, one of the things that you should do when you're doing transition matrix is make the T matrix, which shows all the percentages as decimals shown in the matrix form. So we could label this here with the subjects P, S, and T, and this would be P, S, and T in the next term. So this term and next term. So we need to make sure we create this matrix, and then we can start doing the calculations required in the question. So part B is 306 junior students are expected to choose sport in term 2. So if we add this term, next term, 306 are expected to choose sport. So we've got our sport here. Complete the calculations shown below, which we've got 3 values we need to place in that equal up to 306. So looking at this T matrix here, we have the questions asking those who are choosing sport next year. So we're looking at right here, not next year, next term. We're looking at this row here. So those who are doing performance that change to sport, those who are doing sport that stay sport, and those who are doing technology and move to sport. So these values in here, so this first column is performance, is 0.4 because it's performance to sport. This one here would be 0.6. We will stay in sport, so sport to sport, and this column here would be 0.2 for those that are going from technology to sport. If you do this calculation on your calculator, it does equal the 306, which is what we are after. In terms of the assessor's comments for this one, part B was actually done quite reasonably well. 69% of students managed to get this part correct. So moving on to the next one, which is in term 4, how many junior students in total are expected to participate in performance or sport or technology? So there's 2 ways that you can complete this question, and there actually is a bit of a trick way if you understand what the question's actually asking. So it's asking for in term 4, so 3, so we've got term J1, we want J2, J3, and J4. In this one, how many students are participating in the activities? So what are these 3 values? Now, what we can do is, if you understand the question, know that there's no removal of students from any of the subjects. So it's 100% participation in every term. So they will either stay at P, move to S, or move to T. There's no removal from the school. So we can actually add up the values from this one here, which would give us 750 students, because there is no removal of students from the subjects. The second way that we could calculate this one is to make a rule where we could actually calculate the J4 value. So knowing that we could do our T matrix times by to the power of something times by our J1 matrix, which was 300, 240, and 210, we could actually put this to the power of 3, because it's 3 spots away, because we're not using J0, we're using J1. So from J1 to J2 is 1, to 2 to 3. So we're 1, 2, 3. put to the power 3 and add up our answer, our J4 answer, and add all those values up, it would also equal 750. But knowing that there's no removal of students from the subject, we can just straight away use that J1 value. This question was not completed very well. There was only 30% of the cohort managed to get this one correct. And this question actually did not require any working. So have a read of this response here and see how you go with that. But 750 was the answer. Hopefully this has helped you.